sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011, and in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened, and it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur, and when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So, as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals, and with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world, and I swear every day it keeps getting crazier. So we are in the year of 2025. All right, going into March, I was minding my business, scrolling on my TikTok, and I come across this video of this young lady, this creator, talking about Casey Anthony. And I'm like, first of all, I'm going to start off by saying, in no world do I understand how that woman got off. I do believe she was involved in the unaliving of her child. I know I have watched her most recent specials where she's putting it on her father and not taking accountability. Whatever. She had involvement. She got off. She had a good lawyer. And the jury, and I just don't understand. I don't understand what they were thinking at all. But regardless, we're here in 2025, and Casey Anthony has been able to live her life. She, at one point, was living with someone, I believe, who was on her legal team, potentially, if I'm remembering correctly, and she was helping him and being a part of his legal team. And then she was trying to do photography, and now she's back trying to reintroduce herself. And she's trying to come at it with this angle as she's going to give legal advice and be a voice for people and victims. And it's the most jarring display of audacity that I think I've ever seen. Like, I've seen a lot, but this is just really over the top because she's speaking like we don't know who she is. You have one of the most distinctive faces. I myself have listened to the interrogation with Casey Anthony, I don't know how many times. I've listened to her lie to those investigators, the officers, over and over and over again. I saw her navigate and dodge questions, not giving any answers. I've heard her talk on the phone with the jail call footages, talk on the phone with her parents and be rude as hell to them, lying to them. This woman, the audacity, and she does not even see it. That we all, for the most part, for the majority, see her as a child unaliver of her own daughter. Yet she's sitting here speaking about she wants to introduce herself back into society and she wants to be a voice and advocate for herself and her daughter. But your daughter was missing for 31 days and you said nothing to nobody. You had a chance to advocate for your daughter back then. But now, all these years later, you want to advocate for your daughter and make a Substack. Which I'm pretty sure, I'm going to look, you can, some Substacks are free, but some Substacks you have to pay for. And I'm pretty sure Casey's not supposed to be making any type of money off of anything related to her daughter, the case, what have you. But I was just so shocked that she up and has decided she wants to make a Substack, wants to make a TikTok, and is claiming out of her own mouth that she wants to introduce herself back into society and she wants to be some type of legal advocate and give advice on legal stuff. I mean, I'm understanding that yes, you won on a case that where all the evidence looked like you were guilty and you won. That's not going to work for most people. That was an anomaly. I'm not understanding what legal advice she can give. Yes, she's been working with that guy, I forget his name, but like, who is coming to Casey Anthony for legal advice? It's just insane. And this is why the world is getting crazier every day. I'm gonna go check on her account to see if the Substack, if we have to pay for it. So I went over to her account and you could see that she had a few thousand followers. I was trying to click on the link for the Substack and it just wasn't clickable. It didn't take me to anything. And then I went over to Google to try to see if I could pull it up there and it wasn't pulling up. So I'm like, maybe it's already gotten shut down on her TikTok. The videos are from the past 24 hours. So it seems like this is a new account that she's posting on. But I'm just like, Casey Anthony, the audacity. You are one of these people in the world who got off really, really lucky and just needs to fade into the background. Like, fade into the background. She's one like Nicole Kessinger from the Chris Watts case, which, I don't know. I really do feel like she was involved in some way, and she's probably with witness protection now, but she's, again, one of those type fade into the background because you got real lucky and got away with some ish you probably shouldn't have. So yeah, this was just very interesting to me coming across my timeline on a Sunday afternoon. It was like a jump scare, like what the fuck. So yeah, what is Casey going to be up to next? Okay, watching her video again, obviously the comments are off, even though she's wanting to reintroduce herself and give advice. She's not really wanting to interact on that level. Also, really honing in on wanting privacy and how important privacy is for public figures and how this platform has been thrust upon her. And it's like, if privacy is that important to you and we're going to be getting acclimated with her in her car because I guess she doesn't want us to see what her house looks like, but like, nobody knew where you were, what you were doing, where you were staying. You could have stayed in obscurity, but no, you decide to get up on TikTok, make yourself known. That's not private. And then she goes into saying that, oh, this isn't about George and Cindy, her parents. But then in the same breath says, oh, she may be responding to things that George and Cindy have said. I'm like, leave those two poor people alone. They are still to this day grieving the death of their grandchild, with whom I believe they adored, okay? Doted on, and I feel like cared a hell of a lot more about than what Casey did. So this is just all very, very odd. Very, very odd. And I'm like, where is this coming from? She did say that some people close to her in some recent events have, I guess, come into some situations. So, but I'm still like, why are you the one who needs to be the justice warrior? Like, it's just, it's not, you're not the one. You're not the messenger. Please. This is insane.